start again. It's a redskin.
What's good? What's going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel. Mr. Feed the Fish here. Today, we will be adding in a new fish species to the Discus tank. Okay, so today I went to my LFS and I picked up a couple of new fish that I wanted to add to my Discus tank. I already have a few fish in there, just like the fish that I just picked up, but I needed to get them some swimming buddies because they like to school. So, with that being said, let's take a closer look at these new fish. Today we picked up 3 clown loaches. A nice size, nice and healthy. I got this small guy right here. I've had him for quite a while. He wasn't doing so good, but I went ahead and removed all the carbon out of the tank, and I went ahead and I put some medication in there for him. This is the medicine that I treated the fish with. The discus, I treated the discus. I treated the neon tetras, the glow light tetras. I also treated this guy right here. My other clown loach, he's super big. I've had him for quite a while too. He started off just as small as this guy right here, and he's been thriving in this tank ever since. So I'm acclimating the clown loaches right now. They've been acclimating for about 20 minutes now. So I'm going to go ahead, add some more water in the bag, give them a few more minutes in there, and let them acclimate to the temperature of my tank and the parameters of my tank. And then we'll go ahead, throw these guys in, and see how beautiful they really are. Okay, you guys, so before I add the fish in, I always use this to add the fish, or to get the fish used to the parameters that are in my tank, or get their water up to temperature and get the parameters inside the bag the same as the tank. So I use this. I usually take out 1 to 2 scoops of water. I pour it in their bag, which I've already been doing, just so you guys don't have to watch that whole process. But I take out at least 2 of these, 2 cups of this, pour it in their bag just to acclimate them to my tank. They've already been sitting in the bag now for about 25, maybe 20 to 25 minutes. So every 5 minutes, I take out 2 cups of water out of my tank. I put it in their bag to acclimate them. These guys are kind of finicky when they're small, so if you do plan on getting any clown loaches, just my preference is to go with a bigger clown loach. The little guy that I got, he went through a lot. I'm not sure exactly what he had, but I know he had white poop, so he wasn't eating for quite some time. So I went ahead, I got the general cure, and I put it in the tank. I cured him. He's eating real good for me now. He's starting to get a little bit, he's starting to gain his weight back. And the rest of the fish, they're doing fine. They always ate for me. But it's kind of common in clown loaches and discus for them to get like white poop. So we went ahead and cured them. Now everybody is just looking phenomenal. So we'll go ahead and give these clown loaches a few more minutes to go ahead and acclimate. I'm going to pour some more water in. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and put the water in just so you guys can see the process of how I do that. So I got them clamped onto the tank with this here clamp just to keep the bag floating because there's no air in the bag right now. So I just take 1 cup of this and I pour it in. Then I'll get another cup of it and I'll put that in also. Just until like their bag is, let's say when I get the fish and the bag is only 1/3 of the way filled up with water, or let's say it's halfway filled up with water. So what I want to do is get as much water in the bag for the fish as I can before I put the fish into my tank. So I try to put in at least the same amount of water that was in the bag, or I'll put in double the amount of water that was in the bag, depending on the size of the bag and the size of the fish, because some fish need a longer acclimation period than other fish do. So just make sure that when you add your fish in your tank, you're acclimating them right, because it's important for the fish to get some kind of used to it's important for the fish to get used to the parameters and the temperature of your tank before you add them into your aquarium. Some people do quarantine tanks. I don't really do quarantine tanks depending on the fish or where I buy my fish from. But having a quarantine tank is always an awesome idea. So I'm gonna add these fish in. These two clown loaches that I got here, when I got them, this big guy here was the same size as this one, so that just kind of gives you a perspective on how fast some fish grow and some fish don't grow. But they're the same exact fish. But this one, the big one, he's been eating like a shark. Like he eats anything I put in the tank. And like I said, the other one, the smaller one, he was suffering from white poop, which kind of causes the fish not to want to eat. So he suffered before, but now we got him. We got rid of the white poop. He's eating a lot. He's eating brine shrimp, blood, worms. He's eating beef heart. He's eating pellets. He'll eat anything I put in there now. So the main focus now is just to get this guy back to good health, just like the rest of the fish. The discus, they've always ate for me. One of them did have white poop, and I didn't know it, so it was a good thing that I actually used the general cure to go ahead, put in the tank, cure these guys, and get rid of whatever internal parasite or whatever was internally wrong with them. So I'm glad that I did that. I'm glad I caught it kind of, I can't say at an early stage, but it was early enough to where the fish did not stop eating. So go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and let these guys sit in the bag for a few more minutes, and then we'll go ahead, put these guys in. They are looking beautiful. That other tank, as you guys can see, the water is crystal clear in there. I know I haven't gave you guys too much of an update on that one, but it's coming. And if anybody has any ideas for any fish for that tank, man, you guys let me know, because I don't really know what I want to do right now with that tank. I just set it up basically so I can get the water running, get it cycled, get some bacteria going in there. I did throw a couple of bristlenose plecos in there just to get some kind of biological filtration going on, get the water a little dirty before I start adding in some fish so we don't get that cloudy water. But give me a few minutes to get these guys going, let them sit in there for a few more minutes, and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, guys, so it's been a few minutes. We're going to go ahead, get these clown loaches out of the bag, get them in the fish tank, and then we'll take a closer look at them inside the fish tank instead of inside the bag. So as you guys see, that the water in the bag, the level of the water in the bag was almost to the very top. So I probably put a gallon of water in there, added to the gallon of water that was already in there. So let's go ahead, turn this camera around, give you guys a real view of how beautiful these clown loaches really are. Okay, guys, look at that. Those are the 3 new clown loaches, just looking absolutely beautiful. I mean, these are some amazing fish. Here's the old one. As you can see, the color of him is a little bit different just because he's been in there for quite some time. But these guys will all get along. These guys will swim together. They'll love each other just like they should because they're used to schooling. So even the Discus are coming over to check them out. They are beautiful. I love clown loaches. I always have. I always wanted a school of clown loaches. I used to keep a couple, but they didn't do so well. Maybe it was the water that I had or where I lived at, maybe. But these guys just seem to be thriving over here. So I'm glad that I could pick these guys up today. All right, guys. So we got the fish in. We got them acclimated. I don't want to bother them too much. I'm going to go ahead, turn the lights off on this tank, let these guys get some time to just explore on their own without the lights on, get them more comfortable. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this glass down. Like I said, I'm always spilling water down here on the floor, on the tank. It's the basement, so we don't really have to worry about that. But the clown loaches, if you guys can see them, yeah, you guys should be able to see them. Over here in the corner, they're all swimming together. They won't bother that small guy. Clown loaches, they don't eat fish, so there's nothing to worry about there. They're not really that aggressive, but they can be semi-aggressive. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, let these guys acclimate, let them color up, then we'll come back in another video. I'll give you guys an update on them. Probably do some feeding just so you guys can see that I got them eating and that they're doing well. In my next video, which I do believe I said that in my last video, that we was going to be setting up a saltwater tank. But I wanted to go ahead, get these guys today, and just let you guys see that every day or whenever I get a chance, I'm out searching for fish, good healthy fish that look good. I love fish and I want to add more fish to my fish room. So if you guys have any ideas on any fish, man, go ahead, put that down in the comments. And if you guys want to, it might be hard to name these guys, but because it's kind of hard to tell clown loaches apart because a lot of them have the same markings. But if anybody comes up with any ideas, we'll go ahead, give these guys names. So in my next video, I will be showing you guys how to set up a saltwater tank. I got a small aquarium, a 20-gallon, that I'm going to be setting up. I'm going to give you guys all the information I can to let you guys know how to set up a small saltwater tank. And it can be pretty cost effective. I know a lot of guys don't want to spend a lot of money on it. So you don't have to do it the way I'm going to do it, but I'm just going to show you guys how to do it, and I can give you guys some prices or whatever the case is, give you guys information on how to do that. Right now, I'm waiting on a few pieces to come through the mail for the saltwater tank so I can go ahead and set that all the way up and give you guys the perfect view of how to do a saltwater aquarium. So, if you guys made it this far in the video, make sure to go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, share this video anywhere you can. Share it with your friends, family, your grandmas, your aunts, your uncles, cousins, whoever. People love to see fish. People love to see new things in this hobby. If they haven't got in the hobby, it might interest some people. You never know. Fish are very healing to people, just as well as dogs or cats. They give you that warm feeling inside. Sometimes it's good to just sit in front of your aquariums and just watch your fish just swim. Look at the clown loaches. They're just swimming, man. This is just I couldn't ask for more out of my fish. These guys have really impressed me already. They only been in the tank now for a few minutes. But everybody seems to be getting along. I'm going to go ahead and feed these guys off camera a little bit, the other fish, just so they don't, you know, just so they're not so interested in the new fish. Give those guys some time to just chill and relax. Hey, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Turn your notifications on for all, so that way every time I drop one of these videos, one of these bangers, you guys can tune in. You guys will get the first notification as soon as it drops. Man, you guys don't want to miss out on all the good things that are going to go on down here in the fish room. Recently, I got some new electrical put in. That way, we can add in some more fish tanks, get all the lights going, all the filtration going. We can get heaters on every tank now. And, man, we can just turn this fish room into an outstanding place to be, and just somewhere where people love to come. And maybe we can do a fish room tour of my spot here in the near future. I have done a small tour, but a lot of things have changed down here. I'm going to be updating you guys also on the flower horn tank in another video. We added some new fish in there, and the flower horns are actually looking way different than they did in my other video when I showed you guys that tank when we rescaped that tank. So we added some new fish in there that I did not record, only because I wanted you guys to be surprised once I show you guys the tank. So everything is looking good down here. Like I said, we'll go ahead, let these guys acclimate, feed them, turn the lights off. We'll see these guys later on. All right, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. That is my time. So with that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit your notification bell, turn on all notifications, guys. Give it that thumbs up. And remember, always feed the fish. Holla.